Hey guys, the full moon in Leo is tomorrow, January 28th, and I just wanted to pop on here and tell you some information about that so you know what to expect and how to handle it. First of all, full moons are moments when anything that's been hidden in the subconscious, at least in the themes of these full moons, begins to come up to the surface. So whatever's deep inside you, your emotions, your subconscious beliefs, attitudes, those things are ready to come up in fullness so that they can be released. And, this can travel through the gambit of feelings that you might have, from sorrow to joy, to anger, to other forms of emotion. So be aware of what is going on inside you during any full moon. Now, during this full moon, it's particularly interesting. So, of course, the Leo full moon is on the continuum of Leo to Aquarius. So Leo being the sign of the sovereign self, the heart, that space inside you that can never be contained or controlled by any mechanism. And Aquarius being the sign of humanitarianism, the collective, innovation to some degree. And so thinking about, in what ways am I sovereign as myself? And in what ways am I, putting the collective first, thinking about innovation rather than the old ways of doing things? And those two things are going to come into play a lot. And of course, they can come out in really positive ways in each sign and really detrimental ways. So you think about Leo being the sign of the ruler, and you can have a tyrant or a wise king or queen who sort of guides people. You think about Aquarian being humanitarianism, and you think, okay, well, there's that aspect that really does value the collective and offers services to all of humanity, versus the, forced uniformization of humanity and all the ills that can come with taking away the individuality of a human. So that's happening in this full moon. But there's more. So the other things that are going on is this is forming a distinct formation in astrology known as a T-square. And what T-squares are is essentially the pressure cooker of the zodiac. It can feel like friction, and friction can feel like getting stuck sometimes, but it can also feel like a lot of heat being generated that can drive you forward. So this is forming a T-square with Uranus, which is in Taurus. It's going to be in Taurus. Well, the full span is 7 years. It's been there for a few years now. And Uranus in Taurus indicates how we feel abrupt changes. Uranus is also the ruler of Aquarius, so there's some resonance there. But Uranus in Taurus is really asking us, how do you handle it when things change unexpectedly, when a wild card gets thrown in your way? And a lot of people have experienced wild cards in recent history. And so this is a moment when you can begin to integrate, okay, wild cards are thrown your way, different things happen on the earth plane. How are you going to handle it, both as your sovereign self and as a service and benefit for all beings? And that's a question each of us has to answer for ourselves. This will affect different areas and different people's charts. So whether you're answering this in a way that's integrating the self, integrating your career, integrating your home life, your relationships, your mystical and spiritual experiences, is, distinct to each person's chart. But the general themes remain the same. The other thing that's going on is Jupiter is in this mix as well in the T-square, tending to expand our experiences in these areas. So this is a big one, this full moon. So take the time to think about, what are the things that I can release, both from my opinions about how things should, quote unquote, should be in humanity, in my opinion, and what can I release in terms of myself, what outdated ideas about how I have to show up, about what I'm in charge of. What can I begin to release there? And how can I step into then that more authentic self-expression, which is the Leo, and that more authentic membership in the collective and service to the greater good of all humanity? How can I show up more authentically, knowing what I know now, which is all any of us can do at any given moment? So happy full moon in Leo. May it find you with many blessings, and may the journey you're on continue to unfold in unexpected yet beneficial ways for you and all beings. Okay, see you later.